What was the nicest thing you ever did for a co-minus worker? I found out my co-minus worker was secretly living in our office building and ended up covering for him for 6 months. That particular morning, I arrived at the office at 5 a.m. to meet a looming deadline and unprecedented early start. The corridor's silence was interrupted by the sound of running water. Following the noise, I discovered Dave from accounting, wrapped only in a towel, his hair dripping wet, terror retched across his face. We both froze like statues until he whispered, "Please don't tell anyone." In that moment, I noticed the sleeping bag rolled up near his desk, a duffel bag of belongings tucked under his chair, a small kettle hidden behind his monitor, and an improvised clothesline strung between filing cabinets. In the copy room later, Dave confessed everything. After his wife left, taking the house in separation agreement, his damaged credit prevented him from securing an apartment without an enormous deposit. He'd slept in his car until realizing his key could granted after minus hours access to the building. For 6 weeks, he'd been washing up at dawn and vanishing before colleagues arrived, returning only after dusk. Logic dictated I report this violation, but compassion prevailed. I began offering assistance, extra lunches, warnings about cleaning staff, weekend gym access, even an air mattress because the floor was punishing his spine. Though not friends before, we developed an unusual connection. He left thank minus you notes with intricate origami creatures on my desk. I brought homemade leftovers. When I mentioned my car making strange noises, he sacrificed his Saturday to repair it, saying, "It's minimal compared to how you're basically saving my existence right now." Complications arose when our department director announced a surprise overnight inventory. Dave scrambled to hide his possessions, and I ultimately transported everything to my apartment for 2 days. My girlfriend questioned the sudden appearance of men's clothing and toiletries, suspecting infidelity. They belonged to a colleague who lost his housing. I explained not entirely untrue, though her skeptical glances lingered. Approximately 6 months into our arrangement, the company announced management restructuring, and guess who became my direct supervisor? Dave. Apparently, he'd been secretly developing a major project during nights that saved the company millions. His first official action granted my long minus overdue raise and relocated me to the corner office with a window. Now, our dynamic has shifted in a different way. During meetings, he maintains professional distance, yet every performance review gleans with excellence, and somehow I'm consistently assigned the most promising projects with substantial bonuses. Our unspoken agreement remains just that, unspoken. Last week, I spotted him showing a real estate agent photographs of his new condominium. Evidently, the promotion boosted his salary enough for that deposit. Sometimes I contemplate acknowledging what transpired, but perhaps some secrets are better preserved in the past, at least until my next performance evaluation.